Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to WolfQuest Brothers Bond with Mikhail. So last time we ended with Kirby and her untimely meetup with Mikhail. He's been trying to sleep, he's exhausted, he doesn't have much wakefulness left, if any, which is none, but she's there! Actually, where is she? There she is. She's right there. Silly girl. But because of her, we're going to have to break Mikhail's flaw. We cannot sleep out in the field if there's nobody watching the pups. That could be detrimental. I've never actually tried it before, but I really don't want to try it now. So we're just going to have to break his flaw, which means he will have one less point than he normally would with breaking it. We've already done that a couple times now with Teo. So it's unsurprising this has happened with Mikhail. But we don't really want to be breaking too many of these flaws and goals right now because Mikhail and Teo need them to make a difference in hopefully turning Crevice Lake their way and keeping them off their back as much as possible. Also keeping them from kind of wandering the path of war. We don't really want that for our wolves, but if that is where the story intends to lead us based on how difficult this has been for Teo and Mikhail, then that's what will happen. So currently Mikhail is exhausted, he's tired, his bones feel brittle inside his body, but he knows the pups can't be left alone. He's giving Kirby a little bit of the cold shoulder right now. She's happy to be with him, and I think she's a little apologetic in the way she's acting, but Mikhail is just like, I need to get home and sleep. I have mentioned in the past that Mikhail in Deep Lore Story actually has an illness that affects him greatly and his ability to do things. It's one of the things that caused him to be so hungry in our first series with Mikhail, Brothers Rivalry, where he had to keep himself full, and he still fights that to this day, but right now, instead of keeping himself full, he's really just exhausted, just so exhausted. So as soon as we get back to the den, we're literally just going to have him pass out despite how he's hungry. The pups may be hungry, but he needs to sleep. Finally, here we are. Hello, pups. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. There's Husky, Nova, Lovebird, Hawthorne, Lupin, and Doe. Is anybody sick right now? Actually, no, nobody is sick right now. And the pups are ready to move to the rendezvous site. Oh boy. Nope, we're not gonna let that happen. We're passing out. I need sleep. Tomorrow, the pups can be moved. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad I let Mikhail sleep. I also need to roll for today's difficulty. I completely forgot to do that. We will pause and do that for a moment and see, hopefully, if today will be easy, challenging, or accurate. I am not happy with the outcome. So today we're going to be playing on accurate because I rolled a 4. Shame, but it's all right. We don't have to move very far. So I will resume. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't pick this up and take it with me. And then we'll look at the pups when we get there. We don't have to travel very far, so hopefully they'll be smart and follow the food. Oh, good. Look at them. Look at how smart they are. It's like leading a pig with a fishing pole and a carrot in Minecraft. And we're here. That was so fast. Oh my goodness, these pups. Why did I hit continue? They are so big. I love that we are here with the heather right now. I absolutely love this. I don't know if that's lavender or heather. Whatever these are, I love them. They're beautiful. All right, eat up, pups. Your dad is going to have a moment to look at you. So there is Lupin. Lupin, are you going to look just like your dad or what? Or are you going to look like your uncle? Which one of your uncles, I wonder? What a beautiful dark coat he has. I cannot wait to see what that turns out. I know you guys are so good at being able to guess the coats based on what the pups look like. Do you know what Lupin is going to be? I'm very curious. There's Hawthorne. Look at, what is Hawthorne going to be? What does this beige coat turn into? I love this beige coat. What does it turn into? I must know. Husky, where are you? There you are. Look at this boyo! He really does look like a husky. I have a feeling, though, he's gonna look like his mom. And then there's Hawthorne again with that beautiful beige coat. Oh my goodness. This is such a perfect spot for them because the grasses are so high they can really hide. Look at that stride! Oh my gosh, boy! What a beautiful stride you have. And then there's little Lovebird pouncing on something in the grass and checking if she smushed it. She's gonna be gorgeous as well. Look at those dark legs against her chocolate-covered coat. She almost looks like a fox, like a winter fox, but in her summer coat. I love that. She's so pretty. And then there's little Nova, who's just playing really, really close to the center of the rendezvous site. She's gorgeous. I could actually see her being a Kirby replica as well, not just in looks, but also in attitude. And Sweet Doe. Oh, and I love her coat too. I never really get to look at the details, but you can really see the details on her. She's got those white cheeks with the dark haunches and the dark tail tip. And back to Mikhail. He's very satisfied with how healthy his pups look. They have plenty of food and they're doing just fine. He's gonna make sure to spend some extra time with them. They really need it. The affinity is low. Kirby has not been doing her job of keeping affinity high, but at least she's done enough to let Mikhail go out and take territory. It looks as though Kirby's decided to go hunt for herself. She must be hungry. She is. She's at 63%. Honestly, Mikhail could use some food as well, but like I said, the pup's affinity is not great. He needs to work on that. Be a little closer to his children for a minute. It is the first day at the rendezvous site. Teo has moved with them. Sundance has as well. And Mikhail has noticed that Sundance is looking really tired. He encourages both of them to get some rest and to sleep after the journey. And so the two will rest while Kirby and Mikhail go out to hunt for a little bit. After Mikhail spends some time with the pups, obviously. We gotta make sure these pups are getting some love. Howl, babies, howl! Hi, Kiba. Do you want to howl? Ow! That was a good attempt. That was a really good attempt. I'm proud of you. Ow! Ow! Really? Ow! Whoa! 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 Oh, you're very bossy. Kirby, what in the heck were you doing? Harassing a moose! That's a bit much for us, don't you think? No, don't even think about it. We'll find something else. Oh my gosh, I literally just walk up on Kirby harassing a moose. A bull moose, no less. Oh, goodness. No, we need to go find other things to eat. There's other moose. Maybe it's mom. Let's go. Sometimes I think Kirby has extreme unrealistic expectations for what Mikhail can do, and he always has to reel her back in like, no, we can't do that. And she's like, but we could try. I really want to. And he's like, no. I would like to see you live another day, woman. Although I could also see Mikhail being slightly tempted. Like there's a little bit of that ego there where he's like, could we? That would be awesome. We would eat off of it for days. Like this would be a true treasure to have. It would show our strength as a pack. And then he remembers, but I can't. I will say, if there was ever a way, sincerely, if there was ever a way that we could actually get a multiplayer going and I could share the files with all of y'all who joined the multiplayer for a fight of a moose with all of the pack members that we have with us, so that'd be Mikhail and Kirby and Sundance and, well, it wouldn't be Sundance anymore. But, you know. Ha! Ha! Oh, that was extremely painful. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, 165 damage. Oh, not a bruised jaw. No! That is the worst. Ah. Okay, it's fine. We were gonna eat it anyway. I will take a nibble. Mikhail is trying so hard to protect Kirby right now so she can eat. He's literally harassing this giant moose mother to get away from his mate. Okay, she ate. Now they can leave. Oh, gosh. That was actually treacherous, and I had to remind myself I was on accurate setting. Whoo! Let's not do that again, Kirby. I don't know. Stop trying to be Don over here. Wait, hold on. There's an elk. Yes! Got it. So not only were we able to feed ourselves and Kirby, but Mikhail is bringing food back to the pups. And we're back at the rendezvous site just in time. I think I actually hit 0%, like about 50 feet away, but we'll just count that this is fine. The pups are super happy. It looks as though Teo and Sundance are already sleeping beneath the tree over there. And Mikhail notices that Sundance is so very still. But he doesn't really go and check. He's looking over his pups and making sure they eat. Kirby is doing the same. Husky, you cannot stray too far. Aurora and Fridley are also resting, but carefully keeping an eye on the pups. Not quite sleeping, but resting. But now it is time for Mikhail and Kirby to sleep through the night. And as the pack awakens together, and the sun shines upon them all just a little bit brighter, they know something is off. And Teo lays silently over his mate, Sundance. Tears streaming from his muzzle, but he says nothing and just holds her. The only thing that Mikhail can do at this point is be close to his brother and keep his pups safe. He knows there's nothing he can say or even really do to take the pain away. This is simply what life is. And even though Mikhail himself has not really experienced death of a pup or death of a mate, he has experienced the death of their brother, Aspen. He's experienced the death of his older daughter, Dawn. And loss is unbearable sometimes, but it is something that these wolves go through. It's something that they will continue to go through. This will not be the last family member lost to death. And so Mikhail just takes extra care of the pups, watching over them, keeping them safe. He knows when Teo is ready, they will mourn her. But until then, the best thing he can do is take the pups off of his hands. Pause. I'm sure right now Mikhail is feeling the test of faith. He's very new to the faith of Eartha and all of the goddesses. But all of these pups probably have questions, and they're old enough to be able to ask those questions and understand the answers. And so as Mikhail kind of plays with them and gives them comfort, he's doing his best to take the attention off of Teo and tell them that their mother is with Eartha now. And that is the best thing that he can really tell them without taking away Teo's, essentially his fatherhood duties. I saw a coyote. Haha! They didn't sneak up on me. Let's go! They were over here. Yep, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Oh, I felt really good about that. I saw beige movement. I could have been a rabbit, but I was like, not taking this risk. And I was smart. That felt really good. I'm sure Teo's really appreciative right now as he just spends his last moments with Sundance. But yes, Mikhail is having to explain that she's not going to be with them anymore because she is with the goddess Eartha. And she's running and hunting with Eartha. And the pups, most of them seem to understand what that means and are heartbroken. And I'm sure that when we grow these pups up and see who will be played in the future, possibly, this might affect the way they choose a mate. This might affect how they treat a mate. They might be extra clingy to a mate, or they may be extra distant because they don't want to get too attached. Something like this could absolutely affect a pup's preferences in a mate. Perhaps a lot of them won't want to find a mate and will want to stay with the family. Maybe most of these pups will end up staying as just a helper in the pack, or an extra hunter, an extra pair of paws and teeth, as opposed to adding more pups because they're afraid of losing their mate, like Teo had. It could even affect them as parents, possibly. Maybe they'll be extra delicate and when they pick a mate, asking, how old are you, you know? And picking somebody as young as they are so that their pups don't have to suffer with the loss of a parent. Husky, I don't know where you think you're going, child. And so realizing that Teo is not quite done grieving over Sundance and having a moment with her, Mikhail is going to tell him, please let me take care of the duties today. And so Mikhail is going to go out and he's going to focus on territory leaving Kirby here. At least she better stay. Good. We still have to take 5 hexes, and if we can possibly get a couple more, that would be very helpful to Teo. Maybe next episode with Teo, we won't have to take 5 hexes because Mikhail will do it for him. There aren't a whole lot of options for Crevice Lake hexes that are close by, so I'm taking this 75% one. This is going to be a little sketchy. And looking at Mikhail's tiredness right now, we may only be able to take the 1 hex, and then we'll just have to only do his 4. Maybe in his next episode he can do the hexes for Teo, but Mikhail's body is tired, and he wants to, in his heart, he wants to take care of his brother. He wants to do things for his brother so his brother doesn't have to, but his body just won't let him. Oh gosh, I smell wolf carcass. This is probably bad. I probably shouldn't be here. What am I doing? Why am I doing this inaccurate? Have I lost my mind? Very possibly. Oh my gosh! I did it! I got the hex right next to their home hex, like for real. I did it! Oh my gosh, I even have enough purple bar left. I'm going to try and get Mikhail back to the rendezvous site. It is the next night. There's been a whole day for Teo to grieve, and Mikhail wants to come back to be with his brother so that he doesn't have to sleep alone. So he's heading back right now, hoping that his body will carry him all the way back to the rendezvous site so he can be with his brother, give comfort to his brother, show his brother that he's not alone, and though this loss is devastating, heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, and leaving Teo with an emptiness in his heart, that he's not by himself. He has her pups. He has his brother. He has his niece even. His family is with him, and in the beginning, sometimes it really truly feels like that is never ever going to be enough, and it may never be. But Mikhail knows that he can't be alone right now. Mikhail arrives at the rendezvous site and sees that Teo is standing with his pups and feels some hope. Sundance still lays undisturbed by the tree, and together they discuss giving her a proper ceremony and helping Teo by howling to Sundance Spirit, who is now with Eartha. And so while the pups feed, the adults will howl and the pups will join in, and they will praise Eartha for taking Sundance into her grace, into her arms, into her pack, hunting forever in a bountiful land where no wolf is ever hungry, no wolf is ever tired, and every wolf is loved with loved ones that they spent their life with, spending the rest of eternity together with no pain, only love and companionship. And the pack sleeps together, knowing that even though they are one less, their pack is still strong because of their hope and their love for each other. I hope y'all liked this episode. If you did, tickle and poke that like button, subscribe to join our family if you haven't already, and jingle the bell so you're notified of when I post WolfQuest videos. We will see what happens with Teo's episode on Wednesday. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week for more of WolfQuest Brothers Bond. Bye!